Hey guys, Mario here, back with another live stream. Today, as you can see, I have a bit of a different setup, and I'll talk about that in a second. Let me just get on some of my social media and post some stuff, letting people know I'm here. Seven people in. Nice to see you. As you can hear, I'm taking a picture for the social media post. I'm using my iPad to actually take the picture. I took it out of the case. Good God, this thing is slim. Love this iPad Pro. What's up, Jacob? When the hell did you get a Cintiq? It's called I finally got published. Well, I got published and getting enough that I can actually, I don't know, I'm really happy. My art's finally giving me a good return. But I will talk about that here in a brief second. And hopefully this will go faster on my iPad here. Instead, if I was using before when I would do this, I would use an older tablet of mine. It would be all glitchy and it kind of sucked. But now I have to figure out. Okay, yeah. Trying to figure out how to copy all these links properly. And publish. Now time to go to the Instapoop. Which I found out Instagram has a really freaking weird setup on the way the app is shown on the iPad Pro. I was like, what? Are you kidding me right now? Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what is going on with that. I'll show you here in a second. If you guys are wondering at all what it looks like. It looks really weird. I don't know why they did the dimensions like that, or Instagram just decided not to like be cool with mother. Where is one thing? I like the ability to select on my note phone a lot better than the ability to select text on my iPad. That's one thing that is for sure. I guess it's posting it. Oh yeah. See, this is the weird setup it has for my Instagram. Like, it's so strange. If you notice, the bezels aren't actually like that. Just look at that. That's so strange that it actually does that, where it turns into like the phone version. What? Anyways, I'm actually gonna have to look up some reference for this because I had some reference pictures before, and that I was using, and I don't think I saved them when I did this sketch. Now there's only 4 people. I took too long. I took a whole almost 5 minutes. Jeez. Let me use my voice text. Zelda Breath of Wild. Breath of the Wild. But yeah, so basically, if you guys don't know, I was going to try out AstroPad. That's what I was going to use as my driver to basically mirror my screen, mirror the screen onto my iPad. And it didn't work out as well as I wanted. Honestly, AstroPad is great, but it has some laggy issues that I just couldn't get with. And I originally purchased the computer, which, by the way, I have. I know I said I was going to live stream on Saturday, last Saturday, and I didn't, because I got this guy, and it's very blurry for whatever reason. But yeah, this is my setup. I got a Cintiq 13HD, and yeah, I ended up not being able to live stream because of me setting up my computer. It took way longer than I thought because I was not used to the Macs, the iOS on Mac. Yeah, it was taking me a little while to figure some things out, but all in all, I got it all set up, and I was kind of sad that I didn't get the live stream or anything, but I'm here now. Hopefully some more people join. I'm going to try to do this for about 50 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't want to go too far over an hour this time. I don't have all my tools set up. I don't know if you could tell, but yeah, I do not have all my tools set up at all. In fact, I just got this today, and I have no idea what I'm doing. No, it's pretty similar to... I'm looking for something on my iPad so that way the display doesn't go off. Okay, there we go. I was using Intuos before I got the iPad Pro, so that I already got like the shortcut keys down pretty much. But I mean, I don't have the like. Oh geez, I pushed the wrong one. I don't have the rotation bar on the side. On the Intuos, I had a rotation bar so I could zoom in and out. So now I have to like make a shortcut key for this zoom thing and then use a hand to move. And I'm still kind of getting a little used to that. Let me get a new layer here for inking. But yeah, I also don't have all my tools set up on here yet either. I've been doing work at work and then, you know, work here, so, but yeah, I've been trying to customize this so that way I can get everything all nice and cool. So if I want tab, then I want full screen, then I'll have the full screen to draw on. Trying to find ways to make this screen seem bigger. So I would have to say, if anyone were to ask me which do I think is better, the iPad Pro, I might do an actual review of this, the iPad Pro or a Cintiq 13HD. I don't know, honestly. That sounds like a weird answer. What the heck? Sounds like a really weird answer, you know? Someone would be like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, how do you not know? That's weird. My line's all squiggly. I just tried calibrating this thing again. Let me tab this and stabilization's on. Maybe I just suck at those types of strokes. Oh, sorry if it's... Oh, man, it is doing a weird, like, line thing on the screen. I hate that when you guys are watching. I wish there was a way I could fix that so it's not doing that. So have to be... I think it has to be further, quite a bit further back. Let me see if I can fix that for you guys. Maybe if I could just get it a little further back, it won't do it. Not nearly as bad. Hopefully that's good for you guys. I hate the lines that are going down, down, down. But, yeah. So this is like my first day with it. Like I literally got off work, came home, and I was like, yes, and I had it. And I just set it up, and I've been playing around with it for a tiny bit, and started sketching some of my draft pages for the company I'm with, and yeah, I mean, I like it, and I was actually kind of upset at first because the color was a bit strange, and because I've watched other people and they didn't say anything about having to calibrate the color. Okay, I don't feel like this is the same. No, that is definitely not the pen I was using. I was using a different pen to ink. I was playing around trying to ink something earlier. That's not it either. Huh. Oh. These two ink types. Alright. So, yeah, the iPad Pro is really good in its own way. The reason why I couldn't deal with that lag, it's not a huge lag with the Astro Pad, but the reason why I needed to use Clip Studio in my specific situation is now that I'm published, I'm going to also be required to do the letters, and also screen toning is a very big issue. Yes, it does work on Medibang, I know that, but Medibang on the iPad Pro has always had something that really freaking annoyed me, and that was the blurry screen. And you'd think, oh, you could kind of just get used to it, which I did for like a whole chapter of something I did before, and then I started using Procreate, and I was like, wow, this is so much better. But basically, this when you're, and I primarily use Medibang for screen tones on the iPad Pro, so with the screen being blurry the way it is, I can't properly judge the screen tones. I have to export it, then look at it, then change, in order to really get what I'm trying to go for, and that can't be happening. I can't be sitting there exporting it with like when I'm doing like 28 pages, you know. I mean, when you're doing a massive amount of pages, the tiny bits of time add up to hours when you're doing several pages. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I needed to get a computer and start using Clip Studio, because it just had everything on it. I was used to the program because I had Manga Studio 5, and yeah. So I got it, and I was going to use AstroPad like I said, didn't work out, and so I found a good deal. I didn't want to buy a Cintiq, I wanted to save my money and maybe buy something really cool later, or if anything, you know, health related happened, I want to have that money. But I decided, in the best interest of my work, that, oh my gosh, with tilt sensitivity, I think this gets lighter. I didn't want that. This is a downloaded brush I got from Clip Studios, like a little store area. Yeah, if I couldn't do the work fast enough in order to, you know, keep my spot in the company, I wouldn't have the money to be able to do this stuff anyway. So I wanted to make sure I had my flow going as much as possible, as well as possible. There's a lot of things that are better on here than they are on the iPad Pro. The iPad Pro, I've gotten so used to the workflow on it. I'm never going to stop using it. So you guys don't have to worry about that. I'm never going to stop using the iPad Pro. But I definitely want to have this be a big main driver of mine, because one thing I was always lacking, I don't want to do this in the middle of this, but I think I need to calibrate this pen. I recalibrated it right before the video, and it I think I messed it up. Okay, let's see if this works better. But yeah, I really like this computer. It's a freaking beast. How far, like, am I liking Mac so far? Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I really like it. I mean, I don't think it's really that. I mean, it took me some time to get used to, like, when I save a file, where the hell does it go? And I had to look up, like, a bunch of videos on exactly what I was doing. Like, I didn't know a lot of things. So that's why it took me so long. Anyways, I'll probably get some comments here, see if you guys actually have any questions. So, long story short, iPad Pro, you could easily do professional works on. With how fast I need to get this stuff done, this has everything in one, and it would allow me to do it much faster. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. But I will get into some cons of the Cintiq. But let me look at some comments real quick. When did you get a Cintiq, Jeff? Shit, dude, I'm so happy for you. What's this illustration for? It's just Link from, Breath of the Wild. I did the sketch a while ago on my iPad, and I wanted to do something for my live stream, and so I'm inking this guy. Camera shaking. Must read comments. Love your art. Thank you, Master Xmenos. I think I've seen you on some of my other streams, so thank you. Thank you. Hi, do you recognize me from Facebook? I love your artwork now. Hopefully. Eileen, thank you. I actually don't recognize you per se from your profile picture on there. I don't know, maybe it's different on Facebook, but I'm also not very good with memorizing people's icons. I have to see them quite a few times to remember. But thank you, and I hope you do learn some stuff. I'm not always the best teacher, but plus I'm not really here to teach right now. I do want to eventually, like I've mentioned, start a Patreon at some point. That was also a big investment of getting this computer, because it's going to take some power to be able to do what I need to do for Patreon, and I needed that power. And I also got some power now. And Clip Studio is a very widely used program, because I know once I start doing a Patreon, people will want brushes, stuff like that. I'll be giving away brushes there. And oh, sorry about the alarm there, guys. That means my laundry is done, but I will not go get it. So if I'm mad in my live stream because someone stole all my laundry, it is your fault. So if by some chance you live in my building, don't steal my laundry. If I found out it was you, Jeff, I'll kill you. No, I'm kidding. Jeff doesn't live near me. But yeah, so the Cintiq is working out really well so far. I haven't got to do any heavy workload on it. Literally just got it today, and I'm pretty mad that I got it today and then I have a double shift at work tomorrow, so I'm like really pissed that that is the case, because I really wanted to have some time to play around with this. Actually, I tried to order it so that way it would show up on my day off. Yeah, that didn't happen, because Wacom was being a freaking wiener. I'm not okay with Wacom's shipping time frames. It takes them forever to process an order. I was like, what the heck? I know. Link looks a little bit more manly than he should here. Not as boyish. Wonder if maybe I can fix that up by fixing up his chin. What just happened? Oh. I used an airbrush in accident. So I haven't got any of my tools set up where I normally would have them on a setup like this. I'm moving much slower than I normally would, and I'm deciding to take the leap of using a pen I've never inked with before. The pressure sensitivity on this, I need to change to my liking, because this is really hard. Like, it jumps real fast. If you guys are wondering about the pressure sensitivity, any of that quality stuff for this, no, it's great. It works really, really well. Oh, con for this. Since this tablet is actually old, and they say 13HD, yeah, it's not very HD compared to the freaking iPad screen. Like, the iPad screen blows this out of the water, and you're just like, when you go to this, you're like, what kind of resolution is this? That is one con to this screen. Is I was watching a lot of videos that were like almost 3 years old. They're like, wow, the screen is so amazing. And I was like, really? Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cool. And even though I should have known, because I looked at the pixel density, and when I got it, I was like, what the hell? It's really not that bad. I'm just being nitpicky. But, because I thought it was going to be better than it was. But like I said, that's to be expected when this is an older generation tablet, so when they said HD back then, it was much more for modern times. Of course, this is way better than my laptop screen that I was using, so. I don't think Link should be as mad. Maybe a stern look. He looks mad here. I don't like that. And no, I have not played Breath of Wild. I don't even have any sort of Nintendo product. I wanted to get a Switch, but like, I wouldn't have any time to play it. And if I did, I would fall behind on everything. So, or if I tried to play it, I'll fall behind on everything, and that is not something I'm ready to do. I'm ready to start taking my life off in the direction I want it to be in. So, I need to take some time and not do that, not screw myself over. And let's select that too. Calibrating that helped a little bit. I might try to calibrate it even better when I get the chance. Oh, snaps. Man, I've been so used to using Procreate that some of this stuff is starting to kind of come back to me, but it's taking a little bit of time for me to get used to this again. But yeah, don't worry. I'll be doing iPad Pro videos too, because let me tell you, I really like the feeling of drawing on there with Apple Pencil. I went bare bones. I took my little grip off. I took, like I said in the last one, I took the the anti-glare screen protector on, put a smooth one on. Ooh, I love that. So smooth. But yeah, I'll also be using that on the go as well. I'm going to be inking while I'm out or something. Why does this look like this is like a link that's been through some shit? This is after Breath of the Wild, right? No, I'm kidding. I don't even know what he goes through in there, but yeah, it looks like he's been through some shit. Like he's like looking down on someone who just did something bad, like he's ashamed of them. He's just like, you disgust me. Person's like, no, I'm sorry, Link. Came to save you, Zelda, and it turned out you were actually, no, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go any further than that. Let me see if I got any comments going on over here. Off to bed. Well, good night, Elaine. You're probably already gone, but good night, Elaine. Is the iPad Pro 12.9 inch good to learn to draw? Oh, yeah, definitely. In fact, I feel like it's overkill for that. You could just use paper and pencil, man. But, yeah, like, if you were to get that, it would last you a while. I mean, for, like, the projects and stuff you would be doing, learning to draw, it would get you very far until you would be able to get something more expensive one day, you know. But yeah, I recommend the iPad Pro to many people. It's really good, and like I've said, the only reason I went for this is because I needed speed, because I would have had to do a lot of file transferring in order to get what I wanted, and I don't have time for that because it slows the process down, and it also takes any little bit of inspiration that you have and crushes it. So you're sitting there pressing buttons and being like, oh no, why isn't it loading? Come on. That type of crap. Oh, snaps. It was taking much longer than I would have liked. Like I did a practice ink over this earlier. That turned out better than this. What's going on with this one? I feel like the ones that you're just messing around with sometimes turns out better. So maybe I should just stop caring about how it turns out. Sometimes you caring so much kills it. There's one other thing. It gets a little warm off to this side, and that's really annoying. And you're super awesome if you're left-handed, and like it doesn't even get warm up here. Like if a left-handed person were to switch it this way, like turn it around, man, you're lucky if you're left-handed and you have one of these. It gets a little warm down there. Not so warm that it's like really annoying, but at one point I was like, is my hand hot right now? What's going on? And I noticed it was hot. By the way, I have no idea what link looks like, so I am trying to use some reference off to the side over here, but I haven't really looked at it. Like, I don't know what the inside of his ear looks like. It's like weird elf looking ear. I'm just gonna kind of go with it, you know? As for screen size of the Cintiq 13HD, yeah, I do feel like it is a little small. Heard a lot of people talking about that, how small it is. But honestly, it's not really a deal breaker at all. Like, I mean, this is pretty damn good. I mean, also for the quality, like there's no lag on this. It's crazy good. I don't know if it looks like it's lagging on the screen at all, but when I go slow, you can see it start doing that behind it, but even that doesn't matter. Like when I'm doing something like a face, it always keeps up. It's really good. I do want to get a bigger tablet than this one day, but this is definitely gonna do me a solid for what I need done right now. And I'm hoping to God that I can get so fast and good with this that I'll be able to destroy some stuff. Maybe I could get, oh damn. Hoping that I could get so fast with it that I could like knock out my projects, maybe do some of my own. Cause I got really fast when I was using my Intuos. It also wasn't as good back then, but I got fast when I was using my Intuos, and all the shortcuts and stuff on here really help you move. Because I really would like to do some of my own projects at some point, you know? Twould be awesome. Twould. I think another big thing for why I wanted one of these is the selection tool is so good on this. If anyone says otherwise, that means they haven't changed the selection tool and altered it to making it good, because I thought it sucked until I started playing around with the settings and I made it freaking awesome. I haven't actually tampered with it yet since I just started using this today. What the? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. The selection tool, you can do some like really thin line art, and it just it does it. It selects. You can even have it to the point where if there is gaps, it recognizes that those are probably just gaps, and it will select that whole area anyway, so you don't have to worry too much about having little open spots and lines. I really love that. Oh, just so you guys see, see if I can find my oh man, this is so cool. Let me, what the, oh, tab. I'm gonna open this guy. Stuff opens so much faster than my other computer. It looks like it's moving really slow right now, but it's actually importing a Photoshop document, so that's pretty fast. But yeah, I finished this guy. You can't really tell exactly what's going on in this screen because it's kind of bright on there. Like you can't even see what's going on that right now. But I will be posting this on my Facebook page, so let me see if maybe it looks better on my computer screen. No, it looks the same. But anyways, yeah, you guys could see this on my Facebook page when I post it. I should be posting in the next few days for the project I'm working on, getting commissioned for Loa. Actually, this is, for some reason, this is switched. It's actually supposed to look like that. But yeah, I don't know, really cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there are some calibration issues going on right now. It was good when I calibrated it the first time earlier, and now it's just like, no, not this time. I'll have to calibrate it better once I get off. Oh shit. I have no idea what I'm doing right now, gosh. I don't even know what the front of this guy's shirt looks like. This is an issue. Oh, I think I was looking at it at one point. It has something like that, maybe? Okay, time to look at some reference over here. Oh, that doesn't help. He has several different outfits in this area. Okay, so he doesn't have... I think I was trying to do a version with his... Yeah, like a front area part open. But that's actually not how it goes. And that's also not how it's supposed to look. It would go in more like this. And And yes, I dreamed of this moment for years, of getting a Cintiq. And I finally got one. Was the hype real? For this one, not so much. It's good, don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, this one is good. I think it would be a good idea to go for one step up than this. One that's a little bit bigger. And that's what I want in the long run. One that's a little bit bigger. Does he have a ponytail? Why is it that I can't tell in this picture? Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, I'm using this pen. This pen, oh, no, not that one. This pen is what I'm actually used to. It doesn't have as much variance to it. It makes things go a lot faster when you're inking. You just, yeah, I like that pen a lot better. Oh, time to switch back to the other pen. I was trying to figure out how to screen record on this. And I know I can use QuickTime, and I've found a bunch of other places that you can buy them and get some free ones, but I am avoiding trying to get any sort of viruses. QuickTime, it doesn't really do what I need. I did record something just for a test, and for some reason when I go to speed it up, it looks like whatever frames per second they use is not very much. So when I went to speed it up, it turned into like horrible GIF quality. It was like skipping massive amounts of frames. So it was all choppy. It was just like frame, frame, frame. They were very far apart, and you're like, what the hell? So I'll have to stick to editing videos on my phone, but I like doing these live streams for now. Like I said, I've been wanting to do some more live streams that are more geared towards something specific. Oh man, this inking is taking way longer than normal. This pen works a lot better when you do fast strokes. Looks cooler. Stop humming, Chris. Oh, I hope you guys didn't hear that. Oh my gosh, I have no idea what to do with this sword. It's gonna be bad. I don't have my brushes set up where I would normally, the type of brush I would normally use for this. Guess I'll use something like this. Forgive me if I get this wrong. yeah, that is definitely wrong. Ooh, that's bad. Oh gosh. Can't even find my own eraser. Alright, I'm gonna drink like all this coffee. I just drank a lot of coffee. Probably shouldn't have done that so late. Oh boy. No, not that. And it should be this one. Yes, yes, yes. About right, except for that handle, obviously. Yes. Shaw. I don't even know what's going on up here. This sword, I feel like from this picture it looks like it's some sort of round thing on the top of his sword. What? That sword doesn't even have one. Huh, I guess. So more upgraded versions of this sword. Well, hey, it's in the name. There's a sword going through. Oh wow, that doesn't even look anything close to what I just did. Whatever. Maybe I should just start having fun to make it too accurate. Let's see if there's any comments. Why'd I get a 13-inch HD? Yeah. Just like Willis said, or wait, finally caught a live stream. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got a 13HD because I wanted to use this desktop application, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It's not bad having. I do feel like I'm abandoning my iPad Pro a little bit. He's over there like, why? I'm not even old. But no, I will be using my iPad Pro, and in fact, I really like the way the iPad Pro feels. Like, I've gotten so used to it that this feels a bit foreign from what I'm used to, for sure. But yeah, I need to be able to handle heavier files at a really fast pace with a program that's really meant for it. Because when you're doing you know, comics for a company and they need a deadline and you need to meet their deadline, you don't have time to mess around, and you don't have time to, yeah, I mean, if you were just doing, like, I could have gotten by, but I could have also stressed myself out between my job and this, and then end up not making the deadlines, and I would not have wanted that. But just judging on how well this is doing right now, I'm just gonna start like messing around and not actually following anything from his actual sword. Anyways, yeah, mostly just desktop applications. That's the shortest way to answer that. Oh gosh, I really need to get everything set up to where I'm used to having it on here. And I know you guys will be able to see this illustration better on here, so I'll actually show you on here. This illustration I was trying to show you earlier. Oh, actually, I think you see it just the same. Oh, poo. The resolution's really cool on the screen, though. Yeah. I'm really happy with this illustration. Oh. I mean, there's stuff I wish I could have done better, but all in all, I feel like I did a pretty good job. We're coming up towards the end here of the stream. I'm gonna have to get get going soon. Got Spark. Go back. Let me see if I can find other reference for this. Oh, there's also another reason why I had to eventually just get this and go to Clip Studio, is if I actually get hired by any other, like, any, like, clients, they're gonna wonder what kind of program I use, and if I'm only using an iPad Pro, I may be less qualified for the job. That sounds stupid, but a lot of places don't just, like, you know, if you're getting hired freelance and you're not, like, going to a studio, you're gonna have to have the equipment yourself. They're not gonna provide it for you most of the time. So that's another thing. I don't know necessarily they would also be hiring you for your skill that you're doing with the programs that you're using. So that's an argument for that, but I'll have to show you guys Astro Pad sometime. This inking is really sloppy. And if I were to be doing something on here and you guys were wondering, like, how would you do that on an iPad Pro, I could tell you or show you eventually how I would go about replicating something of the sorts on an iPad Pro. So we'll obviously be doing videos of this and the iPad Pro. Also, when I'm doing maybe possibly pages for the company I'm with or my own pages, I will be using both this and my iPad Pro for the pages of my own stuff, especially, so that way, specifically for this channel, to show you that you can do it and how you can do it on the iPad Pro. You can make comics and manga on the iPad Pro. You know, it's funny. I hate drawing on graphics tablets, where you look at the screen and you draw on the tablet, like on your computer screen. But when I'm using this, call me crazy, I can actually look at the screen and draw really well. Why that is, I'm not quite sure, but I think it has to do with the rate, like the fact that this screen size is much different than my an Intuos I was using. I was using an Intuos Small. And, you know, when it's small, from here, let's say from here to here on that tablet is a much further stroke on your screen than that actually that tiny little movement. So you're actually getting less detail per stroke when you have such a small screen. And I think me using this is just replicating on the screen how I would most likely actually do my strokes more accurately. And I think that's why I can actually look at the screen up there and draw way smoother than I did on my Intuos. I could have just gotten a bigger Intuos tablet, but I was like, I don't know, like I could just spend a few more and actually get a Cintiq, so I did. I hope you guys are liking the way this is coming out. I'm not such a fan of it. Tell you that right now. I am not a fan of this right now. Not a fan. Oh, that is what's going on. It's actually not cut. This is actually turning into a. I see. I actually didn't know what was going on in the reference I was using. This is actually part of the holder that is holding his sword up. I see. I don't even know if this is actually what the sword looks like. I'm just messing around now. You know, I don't actually use, I don't really use the rotation. I never really used it when I was using my Intuos, but it's funny. When I'm on the Cintiq, I want to rotate this canvas really bad, and I think I'm going to have to put in a rotation feature, because there's been so many times where I really just wanted to rotate it. Check out this cool brush, guys. Actually, I would use the selection tool, but instead I'm just going to make a new layer, do this. And if anyone's still wondering about Cintiq and iPad Pro, let's put it this way. I learned so much on my iPad Pro, and I've done some of the best works I've ever done on my iPad Pro. So that just is a big thumbs up for me, the fact that I did some of the best works I've ever produced on there. So it should speak for itself that that tablet is really freaking good. Man, I'm really still getting used to this. Hopefully I could actually do something really good at some point for you guys on this. This is moving slow. I'm moving slow. Oh no. There we go. Once I get used to these shortcut keys, it'll be much easier to perform my moving around. Oh boy. You know, I heard some people talking about the size at first, because, you know, they're used to wherever they're used to of this, and then I watched, like, their later videos of it, and they talked about how they got used to it really fast, and it wasn't, like, an issue for them anymore. And just doing this piece, I'm already starting to get more used to it just as I go, since I just got today. Like, I haven't even gotten a chance to warm up to this yet. And yeah, I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to warm up to this. maybe darken his nose. Ah, the nostril darkening. Actually, that's not too bad. Yeah, when I do that line here, makes him start looking like someone like Dark Link or something. What the fudge monkeys? Is my face like popping in here at some points? You guys are probably seeing my nose. It's like, ew, what the? Get your nose out of here. Like, sorry, I didn't know. I didn't nose. That was a horrible pun. Ignore that. My pun game is not on. Oh, I kind of got distracted. I don't even know if there's any comments. Better than iPad Pro. Yeah, I think I went over AstroPad. AstroPads. Oh, yeah. Oh, right below it. Actually, I got the Mac specifically. This is for TJ. I actually got this Mac I have up that way, specifically to use AstroPad because of how well. Did you see me do this? I was about to zoom up. I'm so used to my iPad. I actually got it because of how well it was advertised and how good of reviews it got. And I got it specifically because I thought it was going to work. Yeah, it did not work as well as I had anticipated. I wanted it to work better than it did, and it did not. It did not perform up to my expectations. What the hell? And it has some lag. Yes, I did everything right. Yes, I had everything plugged in. I have to show you guys. I mean, it may not be enough to be a deal breaker for some people, but I got it for a productivity tool to have it be my main driver, and it was too. The lag is not horrible. It is definitely dealable. You could actually draw, have fun on it, but I'm looking to do. And yes, I didn't have normal AstroPad. I had AstroPad Studio, so I had the Pro version. I was trying to go all out and make it my full-on driver. And I was actually really upset because I spent a lot on this Mac. And just in faith of that product. And it kind of let me down a little bit. Like, for what I was looking for, it let me down. And I was sad about that because I could have gotten 2 PCs with the same specs for the price of what I got this Mac. Which means I could have gotten a bigger Cintiq and a PC. But, I didn't think that one through. And that is my fault. I'm not going to blame AstroPad at all. In fact, that app is still very early in its game. Like, I completely believe that AstroPad will be very, very good one day. And that's why I'm actually probably going to be keeping their subscription. Sounds weird, but I want to support them because they're doing something really cool. And I believe they'll be able to do it. I mean, when you just look at how long Procreate's been around, there's a reason why Procreate's so good. They've refined their app. They've gotten more money. They've done more research. They've just kept on refining and getting better and better and better. and AstroPad is relatively newer, and this AstroPad Studio only debuted not even too long ago. Like, hasn't even been, I don't even think it's been a year, and it's pretty darn good. And I feel like it's going to be very close to being able to produce what a Cintiq can produce at some point. But I needed something now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that in the future. If they could pull that off, that would be freaking awesome. But then again, actually, I think some of the lag might have been more so from Clip Studio, like not from my computer, but Clip Studio with AstroPad, because each app, I think it can run slightly differently with it, and yeah, I've seen people's review videos, and pretty much all of them were on Photoshop, and they all looked really good. Like, they looked like it was keeping up pretty darn well. It didn't look like it was having almost any lag. But I did see some ones that were saying Clip Studio had some issues, and I looked in the updates. I didn't see any recent videos of those issues, and the updates on the App Store said that in their updates there was fixes for Clip Studio. So I thought it was all fixed, but I think they need to refine on Clip Studio, and I think I'm going to be emailing them about that, because Clip Studio is becoming more and more of a main driver for a lot of people, especially comic artists. But yeah. Look at him standing there all cool. Still not quite satisfied with this though. Man, I wish I could have done better. Every night in front of the mirror I tell myself, could have done better today. You're like, what the fuck? This guy just got depressing. Okay. But it's my way of telling myself, you did good, but could have done better. Man. While I'm brushing my teeth, tell myself that. So no matter what, you can always do better. Look at all them lines. I wish I could like colored or screen tone this in this one, but it's already past an hour. So I'm gonna do a couple more things. I'm gonna be say what? I'm doing a few more things, and then I'm gonna be skedaddling. Skedaddling. Who says that? I just said it. That's right. No, I think I did too far over. I was messing. Ugh, looks like crap. Ooh, that was my neck. Because I'm so stiff right now, trying to get used to this again. The feeling of Wacom. See, with this, if I did a cleaner line art, I probably would have selected this whole sword, not just blacked it in, but I probably would have used a screen tone option. Oh, there's also another reason why I got this Cintiq with Clip Studio, because I was planning for the future of the fact that Clip Studio Pro, whatever it's called, now has an animation feature. So, yes, I want to do some animations in the future. And with this, I think it's down here actually, this thing down here, if you do the animation feature, you can actually do animations. So, yeah, and animation has always piqued my interest, so, what the fudge? Go down. Head timeline. What the? Well, give me a little bit more room on the screen. But yeah, I want to plan on doing some animations. Yep, Clip Studio has an animation feature. What? When I saw that, that sold me on getting Clip Studio, because I would have just tried to redeem my Manga Studio otherwise. Not to mention, Clip Studio, the Manga Studio 5 I had didn't have a specific feature I wanted, where it holds all of your pages off to whatever side you want. Mine's on the left hand side, and it holds all your manga pages off to that side, and it's like a little feature where you can swap between your pages really fast, and it's really useful when you need to look at one of the pages, your previous pages, instead of just having them all like this up there. It's very useful for productivity. But yeah, now let's go in and do some hatching. Hatching. Let's go. Oh no. Let's go up here and do some hatching. Yeah, I can't wait till I get used to this program again. When I'm able to just do the thing where I'm like, I feel like a ninja when I'm doing that, like an art ninja. I'm just like, gah, gah, gah. Feels good. You're like, man, I know this program inside and out. Yeah. That's how I was on my major deadlines and some of my previous things I was doing. When I was using Clip Studio, I got really used to it, or Manga Studio, I got really used to it, and I was able to go between things really fast. And what if I went into the watercolor, started doing recoloring? Probably will not do it, but oh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so bright blue on my phone screen. What the heck? You guys are seeing it. Way different blue than what I'm drawing. And see, this is why I want to screen record. But, whatevs. Here I said, oh, I'm going to do a little bit more inking, and then I started coloring it. They're like, Whatever, Chris. Sitting here. Keep going. Like, but I gotta go. Yeah, actually, I really do need to get going. But I can't stop myself. I just keep going. Gosh. Ooh, I'm really liking this oil paint. Isn't that what it is? Yeah, oil paint. Ooh, I'm really liking this. The fudge. Oh no. What the? Oh, I wasn't clicking. No, I really want Studio Pro. Oh, Studio Pro freaking tight. Should've just got that on a payment plan. Chris. Like, what is wrong with this guy right now? Chris. Yeah. Yep, well, I think that's where I'm going to stop for today. Hope you guys liked this stream. I felt like I was a little boring today, but I was so focused on trying to figure out what I was doing on here because I was a little confused because I was really focused on trying to figure out what I was doing. I think I just said that like twice. But yeah, I didn't have my things in the right place, my shortcuts, I wasn't used to them, but yeah, the learning curve. But yeah, so I hope you guys liked this video. I guess I'll look at a little bit more comments before I head out. Yeah, Clips for Dakota, yeah. Clip Studio is the standard app for manga creation in Japan. For Krogan, I'm using Clip Studio Paint. It should say right up here. So it's Clip Studio Paint. If someone didn't answer it already. Oh, right below it. I should have just read right below it. Gorilla Art actually answered you. Well, thanks for coming, guys. I hope to make the next one a little bit more exciting. But yeah, thanks for coming. If you guys want to see more of my stuff, you can check me out on my Facebook page, Instagram, stuff like that. I haven't posted much lately because I was trying to catch up on a lot of stuff I was behind on. But now that I got this stuff, I'm gonna start trying to get back into my groove and move, draw, hustle. Oh yeah, I'm also supposed to be getting 2 days off a week. Starting after this week, I'm supposed to start getting 2 days off a week. So I am excited for that. I'm going to have a little bit more time, for stuff and YouTube stuff, drawing in general, getting work done. But yeah. So, anyways, you guys can check me out on my social media below. And if any of you guys are new to this stream or my channel, please subscribe. And thank you for everyone who is already subscribed. And thank you everyone for your support. You guys are awesome, and I'm glad I can stream with you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for coming.